Evidence of street art goes back to the Stone Age, and at least to the early Aboriginal times, tens of thousands of years ago, when Aborigines used paintings to decorate cliffs and cave walls. So it is far from a recent phenomenon. However, street art has taken on many forms since its ancient origins, yet unlike its rural beginnings, since the 1970s, such public art tends to be more prolific in higher density cities around the globe. In addition to the higher standards of street artistry, under the cover of darkness, mindless vandalism still continues, with many people still tagging public and privately owned properties with their meaningless graffiti. They seem to have no regard for other people's property. Yet, there appears to be some respect for other street artists' quality work, as a lot of the better work tends to remain unbranded by tagging. Also, some of the better works of art have been protected from vandalism, simply by having been painted in extremely difficult to reach locations, like this high-rise tenement building in Collingwood. So one can assume this work will likely remain in its original glory for many years to come. Some councils have allowed wall art, but perhaps it has been more of an attitude of having some control over where it occurs, rather than fully embracing it. This controlled acceptance seems to have been somewhat successful in the business district of Melbourne at least. Many private businesses have commissioned street artists to paint their work on factory walls. A few of the better artists have been able to profit from their talent, instead of being hounded like vandals. Sometimes the paintings reflect what business the company is involved in, yet mostly it is simply a work of art to be admired, and not necessarily related to the company's type of work at all. Although much wall art can be found within the CBD, there is a significant amount of quality art represented in the suburbs, and often in very obscure locations, like small lanes, or dead-end alleys. One can only wonder for whom such art is targeted. Another brand of painted street art is producing artworks with a specific message, otherwise known as political art. Although political graffiti has been around for centuries, some modern-day artists have taken this old form of comment to new levels. Many people immediately think of street art as just graffiti and wall paintings, but it has a broader inclusion of things like artistic sculptures, water features, and living art, such as buskers and general street performers, of which there are numerous examples in and around city life from time to time.
Go dreaming you till I'm dead.
Not only are various branches of street art tolerated by city councils, many aspects of the vibrant urban culture are actively promoted, and even sponsored by them. Street art is a form of public entertainment that is appreciated by young and old alike, and it will undoubtedly be with us for the foreseeable future.